Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, y'all are going to have a lot of fun because we're going back and playing some Selesnya Artifacts, which are going to do a lot of cool things. And the best part is, if you built this previous version, you only need a couple of new cards to bring it up to speed.
Command Fest Orlando is coming October 20th to 22nd, so get ready for a weekend full of Magic the Gathering in one of the country's premier vacation destinations. Get your tickets now at commandfestorlando.com.
Alright, so let's get into it. We're going to start with Skrelv, because it's an artifact creature, but it does protect our other things, which can be fragile at times, so like this card a lot, and we do need some 1-mana things to allow us to play multiple things in a turn, since we don't play a lot of lands. Speaking of which, we are playing Teething Wormlet, which gets the benefit of a ton of artifacts in here. We're also going to try a couple of copies of Gingerbrute. Now, the idea here is that Gingerbrute's just a 1-mana thing to assist the other cards, but it can also be a game winner if we end up putting counters on it or bonuses, and they don't have anything with haste, so we'll see if it works out. We're going to play some Glass Casket, because it's the best removal we can play when we're playing artifacts. Machiko's Reign of Truth, this one's also really good if you have a ton of artifacts and enchantments in play, gets just really big creatures. And we're going to play some Skrelv's Hive, because it makes artifacts every turn. And we're going to try out the new card, Elvish Archivist here, and we do have a couple of enchantments, not many, so we're going to get a couple of cards off of it, but we do get to produce counters on it, and you love that, right? And we're going to be doing that every turn because we got tons of artifacts. Also going to be playing the Ozolith because we're going to be putting counters on things. You might as well be getting extra ones. We also have Tough Cookie. This is a fun one because it gives 2 artifacts, which gives us extra life gain. Can also let us get an extra creature effectively, turning those food into things, or just being food itself in mono red matchups can be pretty good. Yoshin Dissident does a lot with the other cards in this deck. Obviously, you get to double up counters all the time with the Ozolith. You get to get double counters with Tough Cookie. Like, it's getting a counter every turn on something with Skrelv's Hive, so this card's doing all kinds of work in here. We're also going to try out Agatha's Soul Cauldron, mostly because of the fact that we have Tough Cookie and Gingerbrute. If we remove those from the graveyard, if nothing else, all of our stuff could then sacrifice as food, or we could potentially make stuff unblockable. So I like that option. We'll see how it plays out. We're going to try some Patchwork Automaton as well, and a surprising one here, we're going to try to play Knight Errant of Eos. The idea here is that this can help us search for other creatures because all of our stuff really just costs 2. So maybe this is what we want. Don't really know. We'll find out. Otherwise, this is kind of it. If you want the full deck list, it will be at the end of the video. Or as always, you can download it in the description below. Just look for the little blue arrows and take it to our Moxfield link where you can see today's deck and a pile of other decks if you're looking for ideas to get you kicked off with Wilds of Eldraine. But y'all strap yourselves in because I expect these games to be very fast. And I'll catch you on the back end of the video. Oh boy. Alright, let's keep it. We just gotta see what happens, right? Sometimes you know it's not good, but I'm making content, so we'll just see if it works out. Opponent's at least not playing anything turn 1. Okay, this might not be the worst thing, right? My opponent gets some poison. If they get 3, then we'll have lifelink on our duders. Destroy target artifact. Wow. Okay. Okay. I see what we're doing then. I guess we still got to run this out. I mean, it probably is just going to get removed here, but I didn't have any other 1-drops to play, even though we have a lot of them. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, perfect. It's a land, too. Alright, so we get to remove the Catilda. It's off that. We get to play this and draw a card. Now, we'll put the counters here, since this is going to get to attack. Oh, we picked up an Ozolith. Only downside is this is going to get its counters before we could play the Ozolith, because we'll have a Skrelv's Hive token come into play. Another Catilda. Alright. We'll put these counters from here over here, I guess. Go ahead and remove a Catilda. Alright, alright. You got it. You get to hold on to it for a turn. We'll go ahead and play this, though. And And we'll still attack. I mean, assume you're blocking the 7. Yep. Okay, might as well play this. Because now we can put counters on stuff next turn. This is going to flip into a creature. Let's see what's up. Rupture Spark. You draw a card. Oh, it's the Planeswalker thing. Yeah. We also are getting lifelink now from our little mites. Okay. Such a random card for people to be playing, but hey, it's working against this deck. Like, it's doing the real work. Okay, this is an intriguing option. Oh, well, that makes it a little bit easier. Because then now we can attack. And then we'll make a might. And put a +1/+1 on the one that got blocked. Alright. Okay, this is it. If they sweep the board, they sweep the board. Hopefully it's not a farewell. Oh, that's fine. If that's all they're getting back, that doesn't worry us too much. That could have been much, much worse. Plus, we're doing a bunch of life gaining of our own here. Yeah. Yeah, and here I'm just going to put the counter on the Dissident and then make a might put the other counter on the Dissident. Then that way the opponent can't really kill anything here. I'm kind of curious what their deck was, though, right? It was just a lot of removal. I mean, artifact and enchant removal, really. And this thing here, but there were no planeswalkers or anything, so I found that interesting. And then 2 Catildas, but we only even saw one other enchantment. So I'm wondering if they just got like a weird draw, because that happens. Like sometimes you just draw the wrong part of the deck to go with certain cards. But yeah, this is one of those ones that like while we won, we kind of just did whatever and the opponent didn't interfere with us. So we'll take the win and just move on. Yeah, we're going to keep this. Okay, Skrelv, here we go. Oh, Skrelv dead? Skrelv is not dead yet. We're going to go ahead and play a tough cookie. Pass the turn. So there's some fun things here with this Cauldron, especially if we remove a sleeper. Because then we could grow some of our smaller creatures. Or even get cards, which is hilarious. So I'm kind of digging that, honestly, in the long run. This is also defense against the werewolf, right? If they target something to remove it, then we can target it instead. So lots of cool stuff. We get to play around some neat things. You know what? Let's go here. I almost made a 4/4 out of the food, but I figure we'll save that for later. Alright, we're just going to attack. If they want to jump block, that's cool. We're not too attached to that one way or the other. Though we would like to draw something more consistently bigger on its own here. Opponent is blocking. I guess they're going to... Oh, nope. I thought they might be playing something fun to save it, but apparently not. We're just rocking and rolling here. Come on, untap land so we can have a really big turn next turn. I guess we didn't need the next turn. Yes, we'll keep this. This is a little tough because... like, part of us wants to play the Archivist on 2, but at the same time, we kind of want to play the Tough Cookie on 2. I think I'm going to go Tough Cookie here, though. And just get more damage in early. Naturalist, huh? How do we want to set this up, then? Thinking here, because I kind of want to... I'm not even opposed to attacking and just trading here, honestly, and maybe just get down the Archivist. I'm kind of alright with that, really. Because I don't think they want to. Yeah, I didn't think so. Go ahead and play this. And then we'll see what's up. I mean, they might just try to Hallowed Haunting here. Nope. They got other plans. Yeah, I was going to say, you might as well put it on that Naturalist. That's the best goal. Can we find one of our... Oh, they're just attacking. All right. I say, can they find one of our caskets? Would be cool. We did not, but that is pretty fantastic, honestly. Considering this makes 2 artifacts. And everybody's going to get counters here. This is great. 1 on a tough cookie. Those trigger again. 1 on Wormlet? Archivist? I don't know. Let's just go on tough cookie. We'll just have a bunch of things of size and attack. Alright. I mean, we could still get wrecked. They could play like 4 things this turn. Well, probably 3 things. But if we draw something good, hopefully we get to put counters on things with Dissidents. If not, we probably just make a bunch of 4/4s and try to go to fight. We could also go searching for stuff with the Knight Errant. Oh, that is not what we needed to see. That is highly concerning. Yep. We're not blocking there. We're just in an ugly throwdown at the moment. Okay. So now the tough question is, do we want to get rid of Calyx or do we want to get rid of the Naturalist? Because the Naturalist is the only thing keeping us from being able to race. Alright. Wow, that's a lot of triggers. Okay. Get rid of this. Put a counter on the tough cookie. And I think we just attack a Ruski. With this. If I leave back enough, I could reload my hand with Knight Errants here. But who am I kidding? Let's just force the issue. Alright. Man, we know this could still get bad. Oh, man. What are we going to do? And their stuff's about to be an additional +1 at the end of the turn from the wedding announcement. Oh, they had another one. Dang it. They're going to get +2 this turn? Ugh. Alright. Well, not a lot we can do about it. Might as well put the counter on the Naturalist. Yep. And then they can still play something else here. I think I need to block with the Dissident. You've done your job, friend. Just to keep pressure on the opponent here. Wormlet, do you matter? I guess it depends on if I just want to attack with the 4 or if I want to go search up stuff. I think here we just turn a land into a 4/4. I mean, a food. We could also turn that into a 4, but we just risk giving them back a creature, which is terrible. Alright, this. Assuming... Well, if I attack with this, they block here. This blocks, this blocks. They take 8. They gain 4, so they're at 6, but then they don't have anything else, and we're down a tough cookie. If we do this, then they block here, most likely take... Well, I guess they could still take 8. Gross. I don't know how this works out. Well, if we attack here and they block. Yeah, they take 8 only. I think we still do it, though. I hate it, but I think we still do it. Okay, that's better than anticipated. I thought they were going to block the 3/3. But, you know, I ain't mad at this trade. That was infinitely better than I thought. Especially with them being light on mana and us having a Teething Wormlet. Sure, you gotta ossify something. Alright, so that's gonna let them get rid of another thing. So then we'll take 6 and they'll exile something. Well, if they do that, they'd possibly die though, right? Yeah, that's... I don't think that's enough. Yeah, we'll take our 8. But then you just take 8, right? Because they get rid of either of the cookies. And then we just turn a food into a 4/4. I mean, you do what you gotta do, but I think that's it still. Yeah. Well, that ended up not mattering, so let's... Yeah. Okay, they're giving up. This is pretty bad as far as starting hands, but I'm going to keep it anyway, just to see what happens. But the problem here is, especially now we know they're playing black, like, we don't even really have the ability to play anything and get any ability off of it, unless we draw like a 1-mana something here. Alright, let's go ahead and draw a card. No value to be found there, sadly. There we go, there's a little bit of something. Let's go with... How do you want to go about this? Go Skrelv and Tough Cookie, I think. Because the other cards are a little bit better. And I assume they'll try to just kill Skrelv here, because that would make sense. Assuming they can. No, they want to... Alright. Sure, you get my Tough Cookies. I mean, I like the card. It's good for us, but that's a choice, to say the least. I guess we go here first. Into the Ozolith. And pass. Alright, you got you an Ashiok. Oh, so they're just doing the Orzhov token control kind of thing here. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. What do we want to do here? Let's play this. Play this. Get rid of one of these tokens. These are going to be the more annoying tokens. Put a counter here. You're already going to get counters of your own, though, right? Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. We'll give this protection. I don't even know if we want to do that. I was going to say give it protection from white and then force them to block with a thing. But then we're just putting that at risk almost unnecessarily. Alright, I guess we pass. That sucks. This is one of those draws where we kept the bad draw, and I think we're just going to get run down because of it. And rightfully so. I knew the risk. Because sadly, the opponent's draw doesn't even look like it was spectacular. We just didn't really do much. I mean, we didn't even get an attack in so far. And a Vraska? Ugh, gross. Alright, I'm just going to give this one to the opponent. We're not overcoming this. Alright, GG's. You got it. We can save ourselves the time. We have no real outs there. Let's keep it. I would love another 1-mana thing here that, like, a Skrelv or something, because then we could Teeling Wormlet into a Skrelv, which would be pretty sweet. No such luck, though. Let's go here and hope for the best. Hope we don't lose our team. Oh, the hair. Neat. Alright, we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Looks like they're going to be playing some type of Selesnya tokens, if I were assuming. Alright. Doing the best we can with no mana here. Rocco. I do like some Rocco. These, unfortunately, do not help us. They just have another Rocco. They're not going to play that. They get to put a +1 on something and get a food. If we play an artifact... Alright, I think we're just going to do this. Keep pressure up. Gain some life. We'll just lose this Machiko's Reign of Truth. Man, we needed a land so bad there. Whoa, Nahiri's Warcrafting. That's tough. Alright. Alright. Hey, we got a land, so that's at least starting to put us back down the right track here. Go ahead and play this. Let's play this. Might as well just pump this, right? Alright. And now our creatures have Death Touch, or at least our Wormlets do. Alright, Resolve gets them more cards, which is a Hare and another Rocco. This deck did not play the way I thought it was going to. Interesting. I was going to say you can plus. Yeah, exactly. And then you get another food. That's cool. And we get a land. I guess we pump one of these. Oh, I guess it doesn't even matter. They're at 4, right? We just pump this. We turn the food into a 4/4. Actually, it's not true, because I think it's still block. Oh, yeah. Because no matter what, you're taking at least 4. I don't know why that was such a thing. I'm just, like, double-checking here to be sure. But, yeah. Or we could do that as well, I guess. Alright. Sure. Turn this into a thing. Go to attacks. I don't know how we won this, only being on 2 land for so long, but I'll take it. Good one. Yeah, we drew a Ginger Brute for the first time. We'll see how this works out. I'm gonna go ahead and play this and just see what's up. I assume they have some type of removal and don't want us to keep a Wormlet, but maybe I'm wrong. Alright, I'm going to go with this. Since this turned us into a 3/3 and we get a life. Then the next turn we can Dissident into a Ginger Brute, put 2 counters on something and see how that works out. Though they might just be playing, I was going to say some type of control deck, but that's obviously not what's happening here. Huh. Intriguing, to say the least. But if there's a chance they might be playing that type of deck. We can just do this. I mean, I'll need to draw a land from here to make the rest of this hand work out, but seems fine. Wow, they didn't even block to free up their creature to... Okay. So they've got plans here, obviously, for that lifelinker. Don't know what those plans are, but plans nonetheless. Is this just get a Wandering Emperor, maybe? Nope. Yep, I don't know. I got nothing. That doesn't particularly help. There's nothing in the graveyard for the Soul Cauldron. This looks in every way like this is some type of deck with sweepers, but like I don't know what's happening. Like 100% for real, don't know what's happening. So I'm just gonna attack with both of these. Yeah, I don't know. Sure, Soul Partition, you got it. Sounds good. Alright, yeah, I think I misplayed just assuming they were a different type of deck. Because at this point, I 100% don't even know what's happening. And they will have earned every bit of this, honestly. Yeah, I might as well block here. I don't even know. I've reached the point that I don't know what we're playing around. I don't know what's happening. Like, this has just become a mess. Attack with this, I guess. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. They're trying to get mana for something, but for what? Like, I'm literally just hoping they kill me so we can move to another game at this point. Because I'm so confused at the current situation. I mean, I'm assuming if you have removal ossifications or something, we'll see those now. Counter on Gingerbread, I guess. Got a tough cookie, huh? I mean, I guess I play this. I mean, let it start earning counters. I mean, like, what else are we gonna do? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they want to kill the Ozolith. Sure. I mean, fortunately, we have another, so it's not the end of the world. Just weird. Alright, they're down to 3 cards. I'm just waiting for some Angel or Planeswalker, like something. I don't know what's happening. Let's put some counters on one of these? I don't know. Like, I don't know what we're worried about removing. Like, this is... Alright. Put counters on another one of these. Attack, 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 attack? For all I know, they're going to pump their team or something. I don't know. Like, whatever's about to go down is about to go down. Yeah, that becomes a 2-2. That's fine. Assuming that's blocking Wormlet or something. Alright, you got a 3-3. Sure. Sure. That's it? Okay. I thought that was going to be way worse. What does this deck do? It just like... Okay, there you go. There's something. That makes a little bit of sense. Now we're seeing some things. Alright. Juice one of those. Excellent. Finally more land. The other cool part is now we can... Well, we can't flip because those don't do anything. Yeah, those aren't really good. Okay. Let's play... Tough Cookie here. Because then we'll get 2 triggers off of the Dissident. And we'll attack, attack, attack. Though, when we remove something, we still get to put a +1/+1, because there would still be removing a creature, so it's not like it's worthless. Alright, sounds good to me. Alright, now we have lifelink on our little duders. Hellish Norn, so now they get multiple triggers on things. Alright, opponent gives up. This hand's real bad. We're gonna mulligan this. We only had one playable card there. This is marginally better. Let's... I mean, we're gonna have to draw... let's get rid of this. We're gonna have to draw a green mana one way or the other. I mean, if it just don't happen, it don't happen. Okay, unfortunately now is not the spot to play that. So I think we're going to go with this, see if they have a counter. Cool, we can accept that. Go ahead and get some poison started. Alright, Graveyard Trespasser. Alright, so this is going to be our one chance to get stuff down. And we found another green mana, so that's nice. Let's go ahead and play that. And then we get 2 counters on the Wormlet, so that's nice. And then we can debate if it's worth playing the Knight Errant next turn or not. Obviously, we have some type of removal here. Yeah, no blocks. If you're not removing, you're playing Shieldred? No, just Liliana. Alright.
A fight? And you think you can win?
This creates a little bit of a problem, doesn't it? Alright. We'll sack this.
I've always hated crowds.
That was not it. That was not it. That sucks. Because now we can't even play this next turn after they kill our Wormlet. Man, that's sad.
A delay, nothing more.
Alright, end the turn. My only hope here is maybe they try to play one of the things that just makes us sacrifice the thing. Nah, they had Go for the Throat. Alright, fair enough. Not much we could do about that. That's just one where they had it, they had it. Alright, let's see what we can do. Okay, I mean, I guess that's a thing. I mean, if they have them make disappear, we can at least pay for it. Which does keep us from putting 2 counters on our thing, so... You know, something. Fairy Mastermind. Yep, still just gonna remove this. And I'll discard that. I mean, we are way far behind here. I mean, maybe in some weird corner case we get lucky because this survives getting bigger each turn, and then we draw a Skrelv's Hive, so we're able to have lifelink. I mean, we're kind of in the weird, like, gotta figure out corner case scenarios to win here type situations. Ugh, you are not cutting it, fam. You are not cutting it. Can't even afford really to put counters on this just yet. Ugh. I'm realizing the Knight Errants are just the wrong card for this deck. I thought it would have been neat, but I have some ideas. We'll talk about it at the end of the video, but I have some ideas already for what this could be, honestly. Yeah, opponent, just play Shieldred and end us here. I got nothing else going on.
Thanks. I'll be taking.
We're only at 6. Yeah, there's an underdog. That works, I guess. I mean, these can't block, so it's whatever. That is way too late and doesn't do anything here. Alright, GG's. We're dead. Okay, yeah, let's keep it. Well, that's a whole lot of not fun, huh? Alright, I'm gonna go Ginger Brute. We're gonna test if they have... They do. They have a play with fire. So I think test was successful. And we got them to use it on a Ginger Brute. Okay, cool. Because that had potential to be way worse than it was. So I don't hate that scenario, actually. This isn't greatly better for us, but it's at least something. What if we play this first? And then next turn, if we don't find anything else, we can Teething Wormlet into a casket to remove something. So then we get a life and get counters on stuff. And then we just see what happens from there. Oh, that sucks. I almost want to remove that instead. But, you know, don't always get what we want. No blocks. Though, maybe I should wait and still remove that. Because that still has way more value in the long run. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Especially since I picked up the Cauldron. Because Cauldron can put a counter on something too if we really need to. Because we can remove Ginger Brute. And then everything gets the unblockability. And possibly can be sacked for food. So not the worst thing. Let's see if they try to play with fire or something. Because that would be the goal. Oh, we got it. You love when the good things happen. Put that counter right there. Now you got to waste another spell to kill our Wormlet. Yeah, we ain't mad. This worked out great. Almost as good as we could have hoped for. Alright. So we're going to play this. Play Caskets. Yeah, and then we can try to Knight Errant next turn if we really need to. Yep. Get rid of this. Yeah, we're in. Let's go. I mean, if Archivist has to chump block, so be it. Actually, maybe not. We're at 13. Like, we can risk it for the biscuit, right? I mean, plus all of our stuff sacks for food right now anyway. So sure. Alright, we take 6, go to 6. Alright, so the question is, would we rather sack for food or just play a body and risk it? Decisions. We only have 7, 8, 9. Nothing else in the graveyard. Let me think about this. 7, 8, 9. I kind of want to just play the Knight Errant, truthfully. Maybe we only attack with 2 things here. Because being able to sack for 6 is pretty strong. And I don't think they could kill us. We attack for 7, they go to 6. We could block and sack the Archivist. They do have things giving stuff trample, though. Yeah, I think no matter what, we're attacking with these. It's just, what do I do? Do I also gamble and see if we find a 1-mana thing and then play something behind it? That feels a little scarier, so I think I'm just going to pass the turn. Because I feel like they have to have... Yeah, I was going to say. It felt like they were going to have both some type of removal spell and an enhancement spell of some kind. And even then, I was thinking, well, if they target this, then we just sack it. We gain 3. So now we're at 9. With them only having 2 cards, it's like, what would the other thing even be to kill us? You know, a Thundering Raiju maybe would have been 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a counter as 7. But if we gain 3, that's not enough. They still die. And because these creatures can't block, they don't even have the option of waiting another turn. So overall, it worked out for us. Turns out it probably didn't matter. Maybe could have got away just playing the Knight Errant anyway and just having 2 blockers would have been just as good. But still worked out. Take a win against Mono Red anytime. All right, let's keep it. I am going to reluctantly play a Wormlet here. I mean, Wormlet kind of dies here. Didn't die. Weird. Okay, I thought it was gonna. How wrong I was. Let's get this down while we got a chance. No attacks. We can wait on that. I mean, I'm not blocking. If you got removal, you still got it. So just show us. No lies here, though. We kind of want to draw a land. That's what we really want here. Yeah, okay. No attacks. It may just be us against Glissa unless we can find a way to Glass Casket her. Oh, as bad as that feels, we actually needed another land here, so I'm not mad at that. I get the Soul Cauldron. Alright, no creatures in the yard yet. Sure. Alright, you got it. Oh, they didn't even want to put anything on us. Alright. Well, I don't hate that. Let's get a bunch of triggers. Put a counter here. And then I guess we'll put another counter here. Alright. I probably should have protected the Dissident, but I think I got a little lazy because I have another one. Alright. You have a Flesh Gorger. That we do not fear. Oh, cute. Alright. This is not bad. Let's... I mean, opponent's not attacking here anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. And let's tap 1, 2, 3. And that leaves us mana to play something we might find. Actually, I only need to tap 2, because... I mean, pretty much everything costs 1 or 2. But, oh my gosh, we missed horribly. At least we got this that's relevant, so that's good. Alright, let's go counter on Dissident, counter on Cookie. And that at least keeps them from hitting stuff with Cut Down. No attacks. At this point, I'm just trying to go wide and get one big attack in to get around Glissa, or find a Glass Casket to remove Glissa. Either of those things, and we'll start attacking. However, though, if we just find enough mana at this point, we could also just turn the food in and go wide that way too, and that works. We're not opposed to any of those things. Skrelv Hive, that also helps. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll go and run out of Skrelv's Hive, so we can start putting multiple counters on things. Alright, I feel like this is the turn if the opponent's going to do something. Has to be something big this turn. Otherwise, I'll probably just start... Yeah, I'm not going to... It's not going to change much here. They could... What could we do here? They could Gix's command? Oh, Shieldred. And that's a thing. Non-token creature. Sure, I guess we'll get rid of a tough cookie. Everybody else is still kind of important. I guess I could have got rid of Patchwork Automaton here, but it's fine. Yep, now their stuff sacks for food, sadly. Alright. Counter's going up. Ooh, you're intriguing. Alright. So now there's going to be counter, 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 counter. Like, though they can kill the Archivist here. I kind of ran it out there. I probably should have waited till next turn where I could play it in the Machiko's Reign of Truth, honestly. I mean, if the opponent wants to get rid of our Skrelv's Hive, they can just attack with Glissa here. And unless I block with 4 things, which, not going to lie, I might consider it, I'm not going to be able to kill it. Alright, that's a thing that happened. I mean, you can attack with Glissa and get rid of our Skrelv's Hive. That's legit. They didn't want to, though. Alright. Let's go counter. Counter. Okay, now we're getting interesting, because now I can make something just straight up unblockable. So now we want to start putting counters here. And we'll save this till we want to try to get a big hit through there, because that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So almost one shot. 9, 10 from the counters next turn. Ooh, that's close. That's real close. If the opponent doesn't deal with Skrelv or doesn't attack here with the Flesh Gorger, they gain a point of life here. Alright, so now we'd have to draw like double Machiko's Reign of Truth or something. Oh, it's not true though. They have black and green creatures, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, and they drew a way to get rid of it anyway, so it didn't matter. That plan got squashed. Yep, you got it. Yeah, if the opponent was just aggressively attacking with Glissa here, I don't think we'd even have a real shot, but is what it is at the moment. They kind of want to patiently sit through things, and I guess we'll let them. I guess I might as well spread the love, so when we do eventually attack. Counter, counter. Oh, actually, I should have put them on the Ginger Brute. Because then we could attack with the Brute with the same plan we were going to do with the Automaton. That would be smarter. Alright. Let's keep that plan in mind. That's a good backup strategy. I guess, though, I kind of see the opponent's point, right? If they attack... Yeah, this way you can at least start getting cards. Not blocking, though. Like, you just having one less blocker is almost equally as important here. Alright. Counter. Counter. Interesting. Okay, how big is this going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 13? Alright, I think we just got to go for it. We'd be close to killing them had I actually just put the counters on this last turn, but wasn't thinking. I guess we'd still be a couple short anyway. Alright, activate this. Can be blocked except for by things with haste. Yeah, thinking about it, I guess had the opponent attacked with Glissa, we would have just been attacking with bigger things and probably wouldn't have been in their best interest. While they would have killed the Skrelv's Hive, they would have ended up pretty low on the next turn. But alright, it's do they find a thing to get rid of Ginger Brute this turn or not? This is kind of the ball game here. Because we're at 16, we could block all day, so we're not worried about that. Ginger Brute good enough? Feels like the answer might be yes. Might be yes. I mean, attack with Flesh Gorger or whatever, yeah. I guess we could block the Gorger with... Is it going to go to 13? I mean, with this and this, I guess. No need to even give them a chance to draw an answer if they don't already have it. I mean, the way I see it is they're going to gain 6 here anyway, so you might as well block and kill it. In case they have something else. And this way we don't lose an artifact, so we're not even worried about that for the Ginger Brute. And we'll have one more anyway, and more counters. So if you got something, you got something. But now we can also just attack with everything, too. Because now you can block... Oh, actually, it didn't matter. We turn this into a 4/4. And then we turn this into a 4/4. And even if they block 2 4/4s and an 8, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 coming through. Yeah, all of it's getting in there. Man, that took every bit of what we had here. Yep. Yep. I mean, you blocked the 8. I mean, like, what else are you going to do? I don't know what that last card is, but we're playing through as though it's something. And it's... Alright, so go for the throat. Okay. Cool. Ooh. Okay, so this was a little bit tough, honestly, for what we wanted to keep and not. Because this, like, the problem here is the Knight Errant was not good enough through this whole thing. I thought just having another way to draw cards was going to be pretty sweet. Just didn't deliver for us. What I think we'd be better off with, honestly, would be to have a Kodama. I think there was more times where if we could have just trampled with one of our, like, 6 or 7 power things, or where we had a bunch of, like, 3 or 4 power things, or even being able to go get more lands so we could just activate the food from the Tough Cookie, or, you know, use an Ozolith or something like that. That probably just stands to have more value to us. Ginger Brute, kind of randomly helpful a couple of times, especially with Machiko's Reign of Truth. So, don't know what to make of that. I don't think it's great, but it filled a void. Another thing to consider here, too, is while Agatha's Soul Cauldron was neat, it didn't come in handy quite enough. We got to do the cool thing with it one time, but maybe this just isn't the right situation for it, because we're not trying to play a long game where that ability matters. We really want to be playing a faster game. So, willing to remove that, we can play another Glass Casket, and that puts us down to 23 cards with 18 artifacts. Still not sure on the automatons. While they do block things like Go for the Throat, I kind of still wanted more Skrelv. I'm just going to play an extra Skrelv. Because I think there was a lot of times we wanted another 1 mana thing just so we could play like Archivist and make sure it had at least 3 toughness, right? Or play a Dissident and get a counter. And when we just had a bunch of 2s, it was a little bit tough. So having a few more 1s, I think, makes a big difference here too. I wouldn't mind finding a way to squeeze in a flyer, but this is just where the numbers get really tough, right? Because you don't want to get rid of Tough Cookie because we won multiple games because of it, turning things into 4/4s, right? We didn't want to necessarily, not have it to go alongside Dissident either. Like playing Dissident Tough Cookie and getting 2 immediate counters is pretty big too, especially when there's something like Ozolith already out. So I think this is going to be a closer version to what you could get away with. But, this is tough because I would like to have some type of flyers of some kind. But, even going in looking at things that say flying and artifact in green and white, there's not a lot. There's Swooping Lookout, which is worth considering. And then it gets kind of slim. We could Steel Seraph. I do still like some Steel Seraph. That is a card I will play over and over again. Matter of fact, it's arguable we could get by playing Steel Seraph over the Automaton, honestly. And the reason I say that is the Steel Seraph does give you the ability to get something flying, which does make up for the times we don't have a Kodama necessarily, right? We've already made something big. And maybe we do that. Maybe we try that. Cut the Kodamas, play 2 Steel Seraph. And that gives you a big late game body as well if you want it. But again, if you want to play Kodamas, you want to cut something else, I wouldn't argue with you. I think any of these cards are actually reasonable options. But here we've got a 3 Skrelv, 4 Teething Wormlet, 2 Ginger Brute, 4 Glass Casket, 4 Machiko's Reign of Truth, 3 Skrelv's Hive, 3 Elvish Archivist, 4 Ozolith, 4 Tough Cookie, 4 Yoshin Dissident, 2 Patchwork Automaton, 2 Steel Seraph. And we have 1 Iganjo, 7 Plains, 1 Beseiju, 3 Forest, 4 Brushland, 4 Rays of Urge Thicket, and 2 Merrics. And the cool part is we really never had color issues, just occasionally had a little bit of trouble on total number of lands, but otherwise played out pretty well. Yeah, there's really not a ton to say about this one, other than the fact that it actually only runs, I think, 3 Archivists and 4 Tough Cookies as new cards. So if you have a version of this from the previous sets, you're actually pretty well set to build this. There's not a lot of new stuff. So this is actually a really good one if you're looking for something that's budget conscious. Now, while there are still some rares, they are rares from multiple sets ago. So should be fairly easy for a lot of you that have been playing for a few months to be able to build this. Now, I do think you have to be careful how you play with this, because obviously you don't want to run stuff out needlessly against mono red. You want to kind of protect your life gain stuff a little bit. I will say this though, if you are running into a lot of mono red, cards like Royal Treatment are something you could actually play here, because it would also produce an enchantment to help out the Archivist that could get you another card potentially. It does give something else another +1/+1. So a good option if you're looking for something like that. But overall, this one was a lot of fun. We won some weird games. The one we lost, we just got outright beat, but what do we do about that? So I think we lost 2 in there. So it's fine. Nothing's going to be perfect, but I really enjoyed the fact that this was able to play the long game and the short game. And that's not something I think we had from previous versions. So yeah, I'm into this. If you were looking for a way to play Selesnya Artifacts, check this one out. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Spellskite. This card is interesting because this kind of shows you over time when something doesn't get reprinted what can happen. Because at one point, this card was like in the $20 to $25 range. Now, that one point was like 8 years ago. But the card has since come very far down and is still very useful. Like, if we had the ability to play it in a deck like today, I might have considered it. Like, being able to pay 2 life or the appropriate color blue mana to like send something at that card instead of one of your other cards is super good. I mean, you're talking about protecting stuff against like cut downs or really any type of targeted removal. It's super nice. Or against mono red, just like, well, you can just direct the fire at it and keep it off one of your other key cards. Like, this was actually really hot for a minute. Now I think the formats have changed to where you can play it legally. It's not as strong. But yeah, definitely a cool card that you can pick up pretty cheap right now if you happen to be playing some type of artifact deck. And if you enjoyed today's deck because you're really looking for other fast decks, we played a really good Hasty Gruul deck yesterday that you should take a look at, because it might be the best version of that deck so far. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.